Alright, we are freed from our pancake overlords. We are about to continue with what appears to be day 2 of this mystery. The black screen doesn't bode well. It's lingering. There we go. Okay. Still same chant. Oh, but our guy's gone.
What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? What do we want?
Okay.
What's the big holdup? The Perry brat has always been a little fire starter.
Only a matter of time until the neighborhood watch catches her red-handed.
The system has gone soft. Lets them off the hook easy. Then everyone acts surprised about repeated offenders.
They better book her before Halloween. I
Jeez.
don't want to let the kids out trick-or-treating with an arsonist on the loose.
Everyone in this town sucks, clearly.
Oh, you're here.
Yes, I
You
am.
invited me
This
to be
shop
here.
is really cool. I love the decor.
Thank you. It's taken a lot of years to get it the way I want.
I kind of imagine this is what an actual witch's shop would look like.
This looks like a
Yeah.
Starbucks, Nancy.
Seriously. You have all these herbs. Look, St. John's wort, mandrake root. You know, witches were just synonymous with people who used the old medieval ways of working with plants and animals, curing
I'm
ills.
sure she knows that.
Or healers, shamans, and confessors. You can see why some people might have been threatened by them.
I know, right? No leeches here, though. I draw the line at bloodsuckers. I'm glad you get it. A lot of people around here don't.
How so?
Some say I'm cashing in, not respecting history. People get so caught up in the death and judgment. But I was always interested in all of that lost knowledge, even as a kid.
I bet a lot of kids around here are fascinated by it.
Used to be.
Any modern witches come in? Olivia.
For a
perhaps.
crepe?
I get
Perhaps
plenty
a
of people that
pancake.
come in curious to find something positive and healing in this town. Olivia typically isn't one of them, and that's just as well.
You disapprove of what she does.
She's always been like this. She thinks of history as a show that just needs more special effects. Never mind that real people got hurt. You've seen her little show? She's still talking about a recent coven in Salem.
Yeah. Is that true?
No, like I said, she doesn't care about the truth or who gets hurt.
I want a cider donut. $3.75. Okay. Can I click on any of this? This looks like I maybe will be able to later, but not right now. Oh. Alright, here we go. There's another little candle. Okay, but I can't do anything. Oh!
This is an interesting book.
It's very old. Priceless.
Just behind the counter.
Well, in that case, why not keep it behind glass?
I use it every day. Only me, no one else. Now, what else do you want to talk about?
I don't know, you got any other
A
secret
commercial-grade
books?
tea machine. Fancy.
Can't go there.
Ha!
Yes, hilarious indeed. Okay, well I think this is all we can do in here for now anyways. Okay. Oh! Maybe an actual ghost. Also, I mean, I guess this makes sense in the sense that there's actually like text communication, but the best was when you would call one of them and they would just both be there. Like you'd call one of their cell phones and they'd be like, hey, we're both here. We both answered this cell phone. It's a shared brother cell phone. Follow some leads. Okay. Thanks, guys. Gather alibis for the arson. gather alibis from book theft. Oh yeah, we didn't even ask her about those. Investigate break-in the courthouse that is key to the Hawthorne house.
The Salem Museum. Prime address for local history and information on the infamous witch trials.
Hey-oh. This looks pretty cool. Oh! Oh! This is a part of the, museum. Okay, that's pretty rad, actually.
Scented candles. Pretty standard gift shop material. Wait, broomstick? What kind of fragrance is that?
Effervescent scent of a broomstick. Okay. Got some postcards. This
Hey there, girl. Can't tell if you're supposed to be cute or creepy.
cat from Shadow at the Water's Edge from the Ryokan adventure. Yeah, same one on.
You're back! Great. Let me guess. More questions?
Spooky how you could tell.
Though it harm none, do as thou wilt.
Okay.
I'm saying I guess it can't do any harm.
Yeah, let's ask this question about that picture.
It's about you, Tegan, and Lauren when you were kids.
Why are you interested in this? We grew apart. It happens.
I found an old photo from back then. It had the name Coven on it. Look. Was it the one you talk about in your show?
You found this photo at Tegan's house? I didn't peg her as sentimental.
So was it the same one?
Well, yes. Same coven. We heard about it as kids, I guess. We were all into history and witches. We still are.
And yet you've never made up.
I don't get why you care.
Can't help it. It's a mystery, even if you all tell me it isn't.
Yeah, let's get some alibis.
I've been going around asking everyone in town where they were on the night of the arson.
The night of the what?
Arson? At Hathorne House?
Why, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, well, whatever you think it is.
Kidding, Nancy. Don't look so serious. I was here that night, doing my thing. I think there had to have been at least 20 people who can confirm that. It really stinks that Lauren is going to lose her home.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, of course.
3 days ago, were you doing any witch tours?
3 days ago? No, I was not.
Okay.
She doesn't even do them normally. She
Remember
just gives
what
you a
were
tablet.
doing?
Actually, I had won a
That has
spa
her
holiday
voice.
at the Wayfarer Inn over in Marblehead. It was amazing. They used those glass cup things on my back. It was wicked crazy.
Oh. You have any receipts or...
It was all expenses paid.
That's
And
suspicious.
I'd show you my back, but I'm a quick healer.
Also
Witch
suspicious.
powers. It looks like it never happened. You know, I had a flyer for the spa, but I threw it away this morning.
Oh,
Sorry, I know I'm not being helpful.
It's okay. You are. Thanks.
tell me about the ghosts.
So, I've heard ghosts are haunting Salem.
Of course.
You believe it?
How could I not when I've seen them with my own eyes?
Really? Can you describe what you saw?
Sure. It was dark, foggy. I was walking through the cemetery. Or was it the town square? I don't remember, but I do remember a ghost. No, multiple ghosts. Spirits.
And did you ever see any ghosts near Hathorne House?
As a matter of fact, I did. I told you that a coven of witches unleashed them on the town a few years back. They will not rest until they get their vengeance. Let me guess. You can't find proof of a living soul present at the house the night it burned. Maybe the culprit wasn't among the living?
That sounds even harder to prove.
Have you seen The Restless Souls of Salem, Nancy?
I've seen something, but I'm not willing to just believe it's real. I need more.
Be careful. They'll still find you whether you believe in them or not.
We've heard it all before,
You
Olivia.
might want to avoid the cemetery.
See you later.
Nancy's voice is actually starting to grow on me. I like it. Oh,
Scented candles.
okay.
Pretty
Okay. Well. Let's ask. Oh, jeez. Oh, come on. I can't click on her from here. I have to go.
Nancy, hey, how's the investigation going?
Pretty well. You know, it would really help if I could get May to talk to me.
She hasn't given her alibi yet.
No. And everyone seems to have
What
one.
are you doing with your
except
hands?
her.
Everyone? Is it possible that it could be someone from outside of town? A visitor or something?
Absolutely. But statistically speaking, crime is rarely a random occurrence.
It's a mystery to me. You have anything you wanted to talk about?
Tegan seems guilty as well.
Where were you on the night of the fire?
Or she's
I was at
least
my
hiding
boyfriend's watching a
something.
movie. Here, this is his number. You can ask him.
Have you been dating Damien for a long time?
Yeah, a couple years, I think.
The
I
paper
like
just
him.
says
I mean, I
with
really
percent
do.
on it.
He listens to me. Yeah, he's great.
Was he with you the whole night?
I mean, most of the night. I don't think he's capable of arson, if that's what you're suggesting.
You trust him?
Absolutely, 100%. Go ahead, call him. You'll see.
What was the movie?
Do you remember what you were doing 3 nights ago?
3 days ago? Well, I was probably working here.
I
Why?
said 3 nights, Tegan.
You were working at the museum. Can anyone confirm that?
Well, I'm always here.
But was anyone else here?
May was home all day, laying low, and Olivia wasn't here either. I don't know where she was, to be honest. You'll have to ask her.
So no one can confirm that? And you're sure May was at home?
She's barely left the house since the incident. People here treat her like she has an infectious disease. It's awful. And I don't blame her if she wants to sit at home on her phone all day. Ugh. Her parents need to come home. Soon. So, I gotta ask. What do you get out of this?
I get a lot.
Really? You
I
travel
get a
around,
lot.
talk to all these people, deal with all their problems, put yourself in harm's way?
Not always. Alright, some of the time.
Most of
I
the
don't
time.
know. It's like there's these small obstacles that I enjoy working on, and they're interesting. But what I really love is the puzzle of humanity. What makes people
All right,
tick? Why do
Socrates.
people do what they do? It's always the hardest one to crack, because sometimes we do things that don't make sense. We're inherently irrational. Know what I mean?
You know, there's a theory about why these specific women were persecuted as witches. Some people believe that ergot, which is a fungus that grows in cereal grains, might have gotten into the food supply. It poisons anyone who eats it. Hallucinations, circulation issues, seizures. It would have made people look like they were possessed. Or made the judges think they were doing God's will. Or make the whole town go haywire.
A
actually
rational
have heard that
explanation for
theory
irrational
before.
behavior.
Just
Couple
a theory.
books written about
We'll
it.
never know. Anyway, I don't want to keep you. Thanks for stopping by.
Well, we're not done yet.
What's the history behind the Hathorn estate?
Right. Well, Judge John Hathorn was born and raised in Salem. His father was a decorated military man who had many real estate holdings throughout New England. And when Judge Hathorn became a justice, he tried to expand those holdings. Much of the land that the Hathorn estate was built on was actually seized property from accused witches.
So awful. I think the land stealing part was even mentioned in Olivia's tour.
Didn't expect her to actually care about the history. At the time, no one made the connection, not even in court documents. But it happened.
Well,
Do you think the fire is somehow related to Salem's history with witches?
What do you mean?
Like, is it meant as a symbolic gesture? Because that's how most witches died?
That was a European thing. No, they were more civilized in the New World. We hung our witches. Short drop, so they slowly choked to death. A couple more died in custody awaiting trial, and one, an elderly man who refused to testify, was pressed to
Stones.
death.
Yep.
Pressed?
Yeah. They put a bunch of heavy stones on top of you, over a period of days.
That's horrible.
She did not know the weight until she felt the freedom. Scarlet Letter. Also a descendant of Judge Hathorne. Except Nathaniel Hawthorne was so horrified with his family's history that he added a W to change it.
Wow. The focus on descendants isn't really something they teach you in school.
Yep. We think our world is so much more advanced now, but we have a hard time escaping our past.
Tell me more of this past.
There was this photo tucked away in the guest room.
Now I'm really embarrassed. Such an awkward age.
Is that Olivia and Lauren in the picture with you?
Yeah, we were pretty tight back then. Had to take pictures.
Also, the words
I
coven.
couldn't tell where it was taken. Do you remember? There were lots of books and candles.
It was probably the... I don't know. Books and candles are everywhere in Salem. It could be anywhere. It was years ago. I don't really remember.
How did Francis Tuttle come to own the
We
property?
already know the
Ms.
answer to
Tuttle
these
bought it 30
questions.
years ago, cheap. It was falling apart. The former owners couldn't be located, so it was auctioned.
Maybe not that
She was a bit of a kooky lady living in a ruin like that, but she was kind. I mean, she took in Lauren like a daughter. That says something about someone, doesn't it?
I agree. Deirdre only mentioned it in passing, but you and Olivia used to be friends?
We were, and I guess it doesn't hurt to mention that Lauren was a part of our little group as well. But that was years ago.
So you don't get along now.
Things changed.
Did something happen?
I don't see why this is relevant. Aren't you supposed to be clearing my sister's name? She doesn't need more blame for things she didn't do.
What did she get the blame for before?
This town wants someone to blame for everything. She's different and gets singled out.
I want to know more about anyone who might have a motive for the fire. Maybe you can help if you know them, even as old friends.
I guess. Go on.
Well, tell me about Lauren.
What can you tell me about Lauren?
Lauren is a piece of work.
Okay.
Olivia may pretend to be a witch, but Lauren thinks she's a witch, you know? They are as bad as each other.
Well,
The
you can
real
identify
legacy and
as-
history of Salem is what's important, not over-the-top stories and hokey potions and lotions.
So you don't go to her shop?
I've never been in, but I've had the tea. My advice? Stay away from the Sunaleaf. Can ruin your whole day.
Do you think she would burn down Hathorne House?
I don't know, maybe?
Oh, dang.
If she thought it would help her stay on the grounds. She certainly
Tegan
doesn't want
throwing
anyone else
shade.
having it, even if there are historical and legal reasons. But like I said, I don't really know her that well anymore.
Okay, well,
What can you tell me about Olivia?
What can I tell you about Olivia? I can tell you that I think her shtick is ridiculous. And that she's doing this town a disservice by selling this silly idea of broomsticks in this double toil and trouble version of witches. This is a place of real history, and she wants it to be a theme park.
Do you think she would have burned down the Hathorne House?
I suppose it would be good for business. People love a ruin.
Especially a haunted ruin.
She is pretty happy lighting fires,
what?
but I don't know. I only want my sister
I
cleared.
need more details on that
I
last
know.
thing you said.
We're getting there. I can't help but think about the rumor Olivia talks about. The coven.
You shouldn't pay any attention to her stories. She just says whatever she thinks the crowd wants. Real history isn't interesting to Olivia.
Talk about the photo.
So you never heard this rumor elsewhere?
I didn't say that. There are no witches in Salem. Just showy frauds and stupid kids doing stupid things. Don't trouble yourself with ancient history and rumors. There's a real kid in trouble who needs your help.
Okay,
Talk to
well,
you later.
I mean, I guess that all makes sense kind of for her character arc. So, well, we know where she stands. And she also said that Olivia was gone. Was gone 3 days ago as well. Hello, sir. Hello, Discount Mark Zuckerberg. Okay. Well, who else? Ooh, yes, we can give the witch pancake to, see what happens. Look, I've been carrying these in my pocket all day. They are here for you, Fräulein.
Did you make this for me?
Yep. And look, it's got a witch on it.
Oh, how fitting! A witch cake for the resident witch! Aren't you just the sweetest? So thoughtful. You know, seeing this, I think you might have some magical energy flowing through you.
Yes.
With enough flair and a touch of charisma, you could really go a long way as a witch.
Thank you, but I've got my career goals set a little differently. Enjoy the food.
Sweet. And then the pumpkin can go to Tegan, which makes me think about Tegan and Sarah. Great band.
Oh, wow! So cute. I love pumpkins. Did you really make this for me?
I thought you'd like it.
I really do. We always used to carve pumpkins at home for Halloween when we were kids. This brings back memories. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm assuming there's like some, Actually, can we do this? No, okay. Because we already talked about it with her, so that makes sense. I'm assuming there's some form of achievement if you bake everyone pancakes. Alright, let's ask Judge.
When do we want it? Now! What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now! Ooh. Hey, Nance. Hey, Ned. Oh. You need me to come over, Ned? Where are you right now? I thought Ned was on vacation. Vacation can wait. Every mystery can be solved. I'll figure this one out. Interesting. Usually if someone says, do you need me to come over, they're like, within the vicinity.
Miss
Huh.
Drew,
Oh.
how can I help you?
Yes,
Hi,
thank you.
Miss Cole.
Alicia, please.
Villain!
Oh, same. Nancy.
Great. So what do you need, Nancy? Any more paper clips?
Don't patronize
Staplers?
me.
Or perhaps a hammer drill?
I'm more of a pneumatic nail gun type myself.
Ha ha. Nice.
Okay, we'll just these.
You have a hammer drill in here.
In my closet. I'm a bit of a home improvement junkie. You have to be when you live in a house built in the 1800s.
Well, thanks, but I don't need any of those things. I do have some questions, though. You mind if I take 5 minutes of your time?
Please. I don't mind.
Alright, let's talk about the burglary.
I'm sure you've heard about the burglary in the court's evidence room.
Yes, unbelievable. You know, I've started asking myself, what is happening to this town? It used to be such a safe place. And now we have arson and break-ins.
Okay, boomer.
I'm worried there's a pattern of escalation here. I mean, is this the kind of place I want to raise children in?
She's totally the
Oh.
villain.
You're trying to start a family.
I mean, yes. But with the amount that I work, when is there any time? I barely have enough time to do my hair in the morning, let alone go on a date after work. And to be
that's nice,
honest, the type of people living in a place like Salem is, well, not really what I'm into.
Fair enough.
How about you?
I have a boyfriend.
Really? He doesn't accompany you on your investigative trips?
Well, he's in college right now, and we see each other when we can.
Uh-huh. You've been dating long?
Yeah, a couple of years.
Interesting line of questioning.
Okay.
No one said it was easy, but we figure out how to make it work.
All I'll say is, most men don't understand what we go through. We have to fight to get a seat at their table, and then they want us to go home and be family makers.
Alright, well, Alicia's
Some
talking
unsolicited
from
advice from
some
one working
personal
woman to another.
experience.
Don't let his plans get in the way of yours.
Of course, they don't.
Jeez Louise. We'll ask about the alibis first, so... yeah.
Doing some follow-ups with the arson. Where were you that night?
Are you asking for my alibi?
Well, yes, if you don't mind.
I was at a charity fundraiser, saving the piping plovers. Anyone in this town that works in an official capacity can vouch for me. Are you interviewing any of them?
I don't think I'll need to.
I'm a little bit surprised you'd even ask.
Just being thorough.
I can respect that.
Also, something about like the size ratio of the computer and her body. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be sitting or what it is, but something's just off.
Do you know who has access to the evidence room?
As far as I know, just myself and the judge.
That's interesting.
Look, I don't like saying this, but the judge occasionally leaves the evidence room unlocked. The man even locked himself in his own office, for pity's sake. Not that it matters. I was told the burglar came from the outside.
So it's safe to say you weren't here during the theft?
Are you liking me for this crime, Nancy?
Yes.
No, I don't like anyone for this crime. Or any other crime for that matter. Just doing my research.
I was not here. I was running errands around town. Busy, busy, busy.
Do you happen to have the code for the evidence room
Yeah,
door?
let's get in
Nope,
there.
sorry. He hasn't given that to me yet. And knowing him, he's probably already lost it.
Would you mind telling me what you were doing 3 days ago?
3 days ago. All day, or...
Well, any info would be helpful.
Were you in
Actually-
Austria?
Why are you interested in this?
I was in Austria 3 days ago
Don't
and witnessed
tell
the
her.
theft of a historical artifact there that, surprisingly, I believe is connected to this theft.
I see. I was talking to your father about that case.
Really?
Yeah. We chat sometimes. About work.
Are you dating
Mostly.
my dad?
Okay,
Oh,
Ask him.
sure.
she totally implied.
You're a regular
weird
sleuth,
stuff
aren't you?
there.
Picking up other cases now?
Not exactly. It's kind of related to the Hathorn house.
Yeah, let's see. I was home, watching Jason cut the stump out of my front yard.
You hired Jason Danforth for that?
He's cheap, and he can't say no, because he needs the money. Plus, I kinda like watching him suffer a little.
Oh my goodness.
I wouldn't know why.
You know, I could use someone like you. A lawyer is always in need of a good private investigator.
I'm sure.
If your father
Alicia.
would be okay with you working for someone else.
Alicia, I'm my own woman. I work for myself. But you've been very helpful, and I really appreciate it.
Good. Well, when you solve this case, let's talk.
Why did you bring the hammer drill
Why
to
did
the
you
office?
bring your hammer drill to the office?
Well, after the burglary, we realized that this place was in dire need of higher security.
So you brought a
I ordered
hammer
the
drill?
keypad online and used the drill to mount it. I just keep forgetting to bring the drill
Oh,
back home
okay.
with me.
That's impressive.
Yeah, still ended up calling a professional when the thing wouldn't stop beeping.
What did you mean when you said the people here are not your type?
Oh, you probably know by now.
Not Carson
You've been around
Drew.
town, right?
I have.
It's all people with minds as small as the town itself. I don't mean to sound harsh, but you can only meet so many with the same mindset before you see a pattern.
That's interesting. Did something happen?
Oh, nothing much. Sometimes I just wish this place would be a bit bigger, you know? More progressive. Imagine a revitalized town.
Do you think that could happen?
A woman can dream.
See you later.
Alright, well, she wants a more modern, more, metropolitan city.
No, not today. I can't. There's too much to do.
Come
Our
on.
third TikTok
Take a break.
star.
You need it.
Jason, I have had these protesters outside my window nonstop for days. I must deal with this situation. The longer it goes on, the worse it looks.
Yeah. Ooh, but I'm buying lunch.
You're buying? Really? With what?
You gotta get over this, Dad. It's not good for you. It's not healthy.
What are you talking about?
You resent me.
I don't resent you, Jason.
I feel like I walked in on
Miss Drew,
something. Oh,
please, come
there
in.
we go.
We'll talk later, okay?
Oh, you have time for her, but not for me.
Please, Jason.
Hi, Jason Danforth.
Oh my gosh.
Nancy Drew.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Nancy Drew. You're visiting Salem, yeah? What do you think? Kind of a boring town beneath all the legends.
Jason, come on. We have a meeting.
Actually, it seems like there's a lot going on here.
Well, whenever you're up for some real excitement, look me up.
Okay.
I'm sorry. He's still trying to figure out what he wants to do with his life.
Didn't want to follow in his father's footsteps.
Showing his abs
Oh,
to
he
12-year-old
tried.
girls on the internet isn't
Didn't have the
panning out for
dedication to
him.
follow through with the schooling. Anyway, let's get started.
Okay.
As you know, I want to investigate the crime scene. Could you give me the code for the keypad?
That information isn't usually available to the public. I'm afraid I can't just take your word for it. I'll have it taken care of.
Okay, whatever that means.
As you know, I want to investigate
That information isn't usual.
Okay. Well, he'll have it taken care of. Does that do anything with that? Nope. Okay. Well, interesting. Thing has cleared.
I need to get Judge Danforth's permission before I investigate the burglar.
Okay. Well,
Whoa. What? We don't knock anymore?
You left your door open.
Actually, that was Damien Faulkner. He's my intern.
You have an intern.
oh wait, remember
I
the name
haven't seen
Damien?
him.
Oh, that's
He's
the
around.
guy that's
Someone
dating.
has to make the coffee here.
Tegan.
I'm swamped most days, and I could barely trust Judge Danforth with a flashlight.
Oh, I mean, he's not that inept.
You're right. That was mean. Anyway, what can I help you with?
I just met Jason Danforth.
What did you think? Kinda cute, huh?
Alicia, you're like
Not
30.
the adjective I would use.
Different tastes.
He's like 16.
Yeah, I think he's kind of like a fast food cheeseburger with extra cheese. And I'm more of a home-cooked meal kind of gal.
What can I say? I love cheese.
Oh my gosh.
So you know him well?
I know him. He does odd jobs for me sometimes. Doesn't hurt that he's easy on the eyes.
Okay, this
He
is
is kinda dumb, though.
I wouldn't really know, to be honest.
Listen, spare
is
yourself the
bad.
headache
This
and just
is
avoid
really
him.
bad.
Trust me, not much substance. He loves his car. That's all you really need to know.
Okay,
See you later.
well, there is a dynamic there, clearly. And, do we just have to do all
As
this?
you know,
That information isn't usually available to the public. I'm afraid I can't just take...
Have it taken care of. That's all he said. Okay. Well, that's all we can do, I guess, right now. So we'll head out.
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we
Can
want
we
it?
go?
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it?
Is that the same lady? Yes.
Ooh,
Yes, it is. Well, who do we still need alibis? I guess for the Danforth May. Gather alibis for the book theft. So, I can't do that without permission for further invest. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, cool. So this is like our checklist that we had before. I don't know who I'd get permission from. Maybe, ooh, okay, so there's a lot of people I can call, actually. Maybe we should, well, we'll call Carson.
Hey, Hans. How's my girl doing?
hey, Dad, I have a favor I need to ask you.
Yeah,
Of
perfect.
course. Shoot.
I need to investigate inside the Salem courthouse, specifically concerning the burglary in the evidence room. Do you think you could call Judge Danforth on my behalf and get his permission?
Not a problem. You know, this reminds me. Next time you see him, you should bring up the Lake Winnipesaukee Regatta.
Dad,
Yeah?
maybe later.
Sure thing. Talk soon.
Okay, that's perfect. And then we'll ask Damien what's the what.
Hello?
Is this Damien Faulkner?
Yeah? Who is that?
Hi, my name is Nancy Drew. I'm a private investigator currently working the Hathorne House case on behalf of Judge Danforth. Do you mind if I take up a minute of your time?
Go ahead.
Just wanted to follow up on some statements.
Statements made by whom?
Tegan Perry,
Yes?
your girlfriend.
Right.
Where were you?
Sorry, but were these statements given to the police?
No. They were given to me, willingly.
Yeah, sorry. I work for Alicia, and I've learned to make sure that when you're being questioned, you always have a lawyer present. I don't want to sound like I'm guilty or complicit, I just know my rights.
Of course.
But you sound trustworthy.
Oh, thanks. How long have you worked for Alicia?
I've interned for her for a while, but she doesn't really pay attention to me.
You seem to know a lot about
Is
legal
everyone trying
framework.
to
I
get
listen
in a
to her on the phone.
relationship with Alicia?
A lot. Anyway, I was with Tegan on the night of the fire. That's what you wanted to know, right?
Yeah. And what did you guys do?
Easy there,
Watch the
Nancy.
movie.
Okay. Which movie?
Honestly, couldn't tell you. Tegan sick. You know, they're always some kind of vampire, drama, apocalyptic, teenagey, angsty thing. Don't tell her, but I never pay attention. I'm into hard sci-fi.
Oh, good to know.
Anything else, or...?
No. Thanks for talking to me.
Yep, sure. Bye.
Yeah, I was hoping we would get his information, and then, we could, about the movie, and then compare that with whatever she would say about the movie. Like, if he said, oh yeah, we watched this, and she said something different. But he basically just listed every single genre, so that doesn't help us at all. Alright, let's ask May.
Hey. Are you feeling any better about the case?
Nope.
We're going to find out who did this, May. I promise.
If you say so. Look, thanks for breakfast. I just want to say, I know you're trying to help, but I think you're wasting your time.
You said you used to hang out at the Hathorn house, right?
Uh-huh.
Did you ever see anything
spooky,
strange when you were there?
Like ghosts?
Yeah.
No, never.
Oh, okay. People tell me there's a good reason to suspect you, but no one can say why.
Isn't it obvious? I've got a burn mark covering the entire side of my face and like most of my arms. It must be me.
I'm sorry that happened to you, and I'm sorry if people judge you for your burns.
I prefer it to pity.
Would you tell me what happened?
There was a fire. I was in it.
I'm not trying to pry. It's just that so far, the main cause for suspecting you of the Hathorn fire seems to be this previous one. I only want to understand.
I was 9. It was an old shed, and I wasn't supposed to play in it. It was kind of a den full of stuff, like candles. I got stuck inside.
Den of
You
candles.
can work out the rest.
So it was an accident. You were just a kid. Harsh to suspect you now because of something you didn't mean to happen.
Don't make me talk about it more.
Okay. Thank you for telling me, May. Do you feel ready to talk about your alibi?
Your
I don't even have a
Coven
passport.
Eve
I don't go anywhere, so I wasn't in Austria, if that's what you're thinking.
And on the night of the arson? Giving us your alibi would help you so much. Talk to you later.
Alright, well that was not helpful.
Deirdre's convertible. Looks strikingly familiar.
And there's supposed to be something. There we go.
The Perrys recycle their paper waste. Good on them. Wait, what's this? Someone must have been upset. They tore this note up.
It's like something was talking about the bin. It's like it won't let me look at it. Some saucy music. Some very loud paper sound effects.
it is a note. But
Or just
why
no.
tear it up like this?
Cool. Okay, so glad I finally figured out how to actually get into the waste bin.
Hey, are you feeling...
Nope.
We're going to find out who did...
Yes,
Look,
thank you. Nope,
thank-
we already said this. Okay,
Talk to you later.
here we go. This is what I wanted to do. Tell me why this is here. Okay, or don't. Maybe not. Can we do this? Nope. Okay. That letter means nothing, apparently. Not be trapped by the pancakes again. Let's ask Danforth, then, I suppose, if he can let me have the code. These trees, man. Freaking me out.
What do we want?
Hey, there's
I knew you
Jimmy
couldn't
Hollywood.
Yes, you are correct, Jason. I could not.
I'm open tomorrow night. Or tonight. Or right now. Ladies' choice.
How about 3 nights ago?
Wait, we already went on a date?
Definitely not.
Oh,
What do we want?
Where were you on the night Hathorn House was burned?
oh, right. I was,
Do you remember?
That's suspicious.
yeah, it's coming to me. Primal Cuts.
I'm sorry.
It's a steakhouse. I was there with my dad. Great steak, very expensive. He'll tell you. So, if we haven't been on a date yet, does that mean we're going to go on one in the future?
No, thank you. I have another question for you.
Yes, it's true. I'm single.
Oh my gosh, Jason,
I
shut
actually
up.
wanted to know what you were doing 3 days ago.
Are you sure that's what you want to know?
Yes,
I was actually digging out a stump in Alicia Cole's backyard.
you. Digging out a stump.
With his shirt off.
Yeah, not my favorite pastime, but I can't really say no to the money. I mean, it gives a good tan. Ladies can't say no to a hot bod.
Okay.
You don't
What?
believe me? Well, maybe you should ride with me to the beach. I can show you.
When do we want it?
No thanks.
No, thank you.
See you later.
Well, that was enlightening. By enlightening, I mean terrible.
You're all set.
Great. Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else?
I'm just really proud of you, Nancy. I don't know how often I tell you that. I think it's not nearly enough.
Thanks, Dad. You know I learned it all from you, right?
Oh, now I know that's
Hey,
not
Dad,
true.
are you dating
The
Alicia
judge
Cole?
told me about a certain lock-picking incident. You certainly didn't learn that from me.
I may have picked up a few extra skills along the way.
I'd expect nothing less. Love you, kiddo. Go get him.
Wholesome.
Judge?
He's just waiting. He's
Okay?
just standing
What
there.
in the Sam heck is a Bitcoin?
Bitcoin? It's a cryptocurrency.
Oh,
What? Why is this in here?
It's a decentralized digital currency.
All these new made-up digital things just go too far, if you ask me. Nothing's ever been wrong with good old American Benjamins.
Why
As
is
you
this
know,
in here?
I want to investigate the crime scene. Could you give me the code for the keypad?
Oh, yes, about that. Well, you see, I had it written on a post-it note, but I seem to have misplaced it. It should be around here somewhere.
Delightful,
Feel free to look
Judge.
for it.
Oh, okay. Don't worry about it. I love a good scavenger hunt.
This man sentences people from crimes. He's a professional. And oh, there it is. Found it. Wow, that was easy.
There's a number written on here.
0815. Anything else to check out here? Nope. Okay. 0815 it is. Dang it. 0815. Sweet! That was easy. Wow, dang. Ripped the bars off? Alicia Cole checked out an arson testimony given by Lauren. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay.
Now
that's
to
good know.
figure out which ones were stolen.
Probably that arson one. I'm gonna give a bet.
It's Dusty. It's Dusty.
Yes. Is that all we can do? Okay, that's all we can do is just comment on the dust levels.
A map of Salem.
Okay. Alright, and it had a number on it, didn't it? Item number 20, D52. D52. 20. Oh, I can't. Oh, okay. Can I not? Okay. 1, crime scene images. Yep, they're there. 5, stained knife. Well, that's not in here. We're missing a knife.
No.
Oh.
No. No.
Okay.
No.
Why did you just do?
No.
Why is this happening?
No.
She's just saying no. Okay. Well, item number 6 is a heritage chart, but there's nothing in there. Number 7 has the crime scene images. You can't click on the bottom row. Testimonial documents. Okay. Something missing from number 11. T. Perry's testimony. So, Tegan's testimony. Okay. Interesting. Here. And here. And 18. Tegan Perry pictures. So, pictures from Tegan Perry and testimony from Tegan Perry. And then what appears to be a stained knife, but I don't think that's related. And then 19.
No.
Just a sample. Okay. No, I don't want to. There we go. Yes, this Alicia Cole arson testimony is also missing.
No.
Okay. What's there? And then what's in number 8? Gun from a robbery. Okay. Okay, and that's in here. Okay, so we're missing some documents.
It's Dusty.
Yes, thank you, Nancy. Okay. D5 is the number that she gave for that. There's
No glass on the floor. So the window was broken from the inside.
Alright. That's good to know. Except there is some glass on the floor, but whatever. Okay, I think, is that all we need from here? I think? Okay, I think I have a better idea of what I am doing now. Thanks to the strategy guide that came with, which I actually was hoping that I wouldn't have to look at it at all, but okay, maybe not. Maybe this isn't working. There we go.
A CCTV camera. There might be footage from the day of the break-in. Should ask the judge about this. The break-in was staged. The thief must have come in through the door.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome sauce. And then we were on the right track with these, but the ones that we had that were missing, I guess they need to... You have to use the evidence list on it.
Interesting.
Okay, there we go. Because we opened them, we found it, but we didn't. You have to use the evidence list and actually find it, which I think is a terrible mechanic. But you know what?
Can't use that here. Can't use that here.
See, yeah, like case in point, you can't even. There you go.
Interesting. All of the stolen evidence was linked to the accused witch's claim to Hathorn House.
There was also other ones that had missing stuff, but they weren't connected. But if we
all of the stolen evidence was linked to the accused witch's claim.
Okay, so now we've got that going. We'll relay that information to the judge.
I went through the missing evidence and was able to get a list of everything that's missing. Judge?
Uh-oh.
Judge?
He's gone
I'm
catatonic.
afraid I haven't been completely honest with you, Nancy.
I know.
What?
What?
You know?
Let's just say I can tell when someone is trying to hide something from me.
The reason Carson sent you to Mosam Castle was because I already knew what was stolen from the courthouse. Tegan Perry had assembled a packet of documents outlining her accused witch's claims on the Hathorn House. They were compelling, and I believe she had a real claim. But now, they're missing.
No documents, no claim.
Yes. Oh, what a mess.
Do you have CCTV footage from the break-in?
Yes, we do.
Come on, Judge.
Huh. I had completely forgotten about those.
Do you mind if I take a look at the footage?
Of course, of course. It will take about a day to get the right footage. Come back tomorrow and it will be here waiting for you.
Okay.
Do you mind me asking what you were doing 3 days ago?
That would be the day you visited Mosam Castle. Are you asking for an alibi, Miss Drew?
Yes.
I'm just trying to confirm what everyone was doing the day that the Book of Apologies was stolen.
I know it was stolen. But you know I'm the one that called your dad to have you go look for it to begin with.
Classic diversion.
Right. But other people might say they were with you.
I was at Salem District Court all day, so unless you're interviewing the fine folks who stole eggs from a plover's nest at Winter Island Beach, or triple parked outside the Wax Museum during the middle of the Harvest Festival, I highly doubt my schedule will have crossover with any of the alibis you're following up on.
Okay.
Without any evidence or will,
Salty,
what's the legal status of the house?
Well, that is a somewhat complicated question.
What are those hand motions?
So many moving parts and interested parties with crossover jurisdictions that...
You're the one who decides who gets the house.
How did you
some
know?
reason.
I can tell you're not happy about being the center of such a large decision.
Well, it's muddy, legally, and complicated for other reasons.
Because it's not just who lives there. It's tied up in the town's history.
Yes, not to be taken lightly.
Yes. Do you remember anything
Do you remember
about
any details about the AW evidence?
I don't remember much, unfortunately. Oh, there was this key with its blade shape to spell AW.
We have it.
Very unique. Not sure what it was connected to.
Like this one?
Yes, that's it. Where did you find this?
Mosam
mother's
Castle.
house.
I say both crimes are connected.
Or that.
The theft of the Book of Apologies and the theft of evidence from the courthouse.
Someone is going to great lengths to prevent the AW organization from having a claim on the Hathorn estate.
Any educated guess who that might be?
Practically everybody in this town. Everyone has an interest. Some want it to be a museum, others a carnival attraction, and I'm sure Lauren Holt just wants to live there.
I'll have to dig deeper.
Well, you'll need to do it quickly. I unfortunately
tell
must
me
file
what
the
to
papers
do.
in 2 days.
Oh.
Otherwise, I lose control of the property and it falls into the hands of the state. And I doubt they give a fig about anyone's opinions from this town.
I love a good ticking clock, as long as it's not a time bomb.
Okay, so we have until Halloween. Spoopy.
Where were you when this evidence was stolen?
If you can believe it, I was here, working. I have no reason to steal the evidence, trust me. It's giving me more headaches than I care to admit.
One quick question for you, Judge. Do you remember where you were on the night the Hathorn house was burned?
Of course. I was having dinner with my son.
Alright, that
It's a
checks
very
out.
expensive dinner because Jason got the 64-ounce tomahawk chop. And I paid for it like I always do.
Jason sounds like a piece of work.
You actually suspect me of committing this crime?
No. I just like to get the full picture of who was where, when.
Oh, good.
Right. Thank you, Judge. Also, I thought you should know there's a car parked outside in the handicapped spot.
Huh, you don't say. I'll have it taken care of. Goodbye now.
Jason parked in the handicap spot? Come on, man. Alright. That ticks off the alibis for... Or no, that ticks off the investigation for the break-in. So with that, probably...
What do we want? Justice. When do we want it?
It doesn't like it. It's frozen. The protesters. There we go. My computer does not like the what do we want justice, when do we want it now chant. It really doesn't. Alright, well, we'll investigate next time a little bit more about these alibis and a little bit more about the house itself.